AI can be used to overcome self-doubt. This came up for me a while ago when I had a sales call for my marketing agency, and it was a call that could make me 14,000 US dollars for a month of work. It's like the most I've been paid for a project, and in that short amount of time, like it meant a lot to me. It was huge. Like before that, I was getting paid like 2K a month to like 4K a month maybe for, client work. This was $14,000 from one person. And as that sales call was coming closer, all I could feel was doubt. I had the worst imposter syndrome of my life. I was like, how could I charge that much money? Are they stupid? Like, who would pay me $14,000 for like my brain? It's not even like if I was building them a house, if I was like, like brick by brick, my hands were going in, I was getting like injured in some way. Like I could see it happening, but this is for my brain to just make decisions on marketing for advertising. $14,000. Like who am I to charge that? 23 years old. And like these were the thoughts going through my head. This was like the pain I was feeling. And the call was coming closer, and I was getting worried because I was like, "Fuck! Like I don't feel good about this. Like I feel like I'm gonna fail it now." And so then I was like, "Oh no! Now I'm gonna fail. Like now I'm gonna like screw up on this call because I'm feeling this way." And so that started spiraling itself, and I was just in this like terrible state. I remember I was in a co-working space in Chiang Mai, Thailand, great digital nomad spot, and like I was like, "Fuck!" I was like alone in this building at like 3 a.m. The call was coming up, and oh my god, not a great place to be. But I used ChatGPT. I went to ChatGPT and I turned on, no, at this point I was just writing, right? I didn't use the voice mode. I was writing. And I just told it everything that I was feeling. I told it all the reasons. I told it all like the crap I was saying to myself. I was like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know if I can get them the result. Like, why am I even doing this? Like half of it was just like crazy stuff I was saying like off the cuff that didn't make sense. I was like, I don't deserve this. Like, who am I? Like, why am I even here? Like, what is this? Like, how am I in Thailand? Like all of these, everything came out, right? Because when you're in that state of like self-doubt and you're spiraling, you're in that mode, you just, nothing really makes sense to you in that moment except for that pain you're feeling. Like that's what's real, is that emotion. And so I just like started just writing everything to it, everything. And after I like got it all out, maybe just like 5 minutes of writing, I clicked enter. And that specific ChatGPT chat I had the whole context of this client and what led up to this call. It had the emails in there. It had, who they were, what I needed to do for them, like all the specifics of it. And so ChatGPT had all the context of the entire situation. Now, what's interesting is what it gave me after that. Because one, I did feel a little bit better just writing out all these things. Like if you've ever felt really, self-doubt, and you've wrote it out, you've probably had this same feeling where you feel a bit better, right? Like you got it out of your system. It's the same as like if you talk to a friend when you're in like an emotional state, you tend to like calm down, get out of that state. Now AI, it like went a step further because what it gave back was a reminder. It knows all about me, especially with the chat and that context. It knows what I've done in the past. It knows that I was at a startup before this. It knows that I was the head of marketing there, that I've made these ads before. It knows that I'm a hard worker, that I'm a good problem solver. Like it has this level of context of me in order to remind me in that moment of these things that I couldn't think of. And because it had that data of my exact doubts, my exact limiting beliefs, it could meet all of those specific logical reasons with a response of what it knows about me. And in that moment, when I read that back, I viscerally remember this. I literally changed states. I literally went from this doubtful, constricted, just negative state. As I read it, I could feel my body open up again. I read it, I was like, yeah, like I did do that startup stuff. I did do that. Like this is nothing. Like I got the sales call and like it it didn't just happen like in a second, right? Like I did like go through it, I read it, and I sort of like went back and forth with it a few times, because that's another thing that I feel like most people don't do in like these situations using AI, is they just get one response and that's it. Like, no, like you got to get one response, find the parts that you like, copy those into the next prompt, and then have it create another version of that. And then you read through that. And doing that experience really got me out of this doubtful state. It was so cool. And I felt a lot more confident, calm, secure. And then the call happened and I literally crushed it. Like, it was one of the easiest sales calls of my entire life, if not the easiest, which is wild, right? Because it was for the most amount of money. But that was the vibe. It's like I came in with that confident vibe of like, I can do this for you. And they could see that, where I was almost like laughing at myself while I was there, because it felt so like easy that I could do it. So AI can actually guide you out of these doubtful states of mind. The one thing that you have to do in order to apply this is to be honest. When you're in those states, write it out. Write out exactly what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're judging about, the reason that you feel this way. Like, just write it out. And it takes some practice to get used to doing this. It's not easy. It won't come naturally. The first few times you do this, you might not have the things to say and you might just suffer in that state. But once you get more used to just writing it out and then also giving it to AI, and you start to feel resonated by it, regulated by it, that's when it becomes beautiful. Because now you have a new tool at your disposal in order to regulate your state. And now that's literally what I do every day. Like, if I get into these states of minds, and I'm in a very, I'm in a crazy zone of my life right now. Can you tell by me wearing this? Like, I'm like building a software company while running my marketing agency. I have the main channel, YouTube, which takes so much work. Like, I have a lot going on, and I, very regularly get into states of minds that I mind, like I mind having those states of minds. Like, I don't like feeling anxious, doubting, all of these different negative states, but I do get into those sometimes. And it's nice that whenever that happens now, I have this tool to be able to guide me out of it. And I want to give that to you. And that's also why I built Sahaj. You can do this in your like actual tools if you want, but I built like a whole tool just meant for this. And it has like the Sahaj mirror, like the way that Sahaj responds to you, it's perfectly meant to find these patterns to really guide you out of it. It's meant for this. So go check it out in the description if you're interested, or just try this out on your own. I promise you won't regret it. I don't see anyone talking about this on the internet, but it's helping me so much, so I had to share it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.